What happens when a football match stops being football and starts looking like a war? Let's get behind the scenes of the Battle of Nuremberg. 20 years ago at the 2006 FIFA World Cup, Portugal and the Netherlands produced the most chaotic game the tournament has ever seen. 16 yellow cards, 4 red cards, the infamous Battle of Nuremberg. Football witnessed one of its most unforgettable nights. A World Cup match so violent it earned the nickname the Battle of Nuremberg. To this day, it remains the most ill-disciplined game in FIFA World Cup history. The name wasn't just chosen by accident. It echoed through the battles of Nuremberg in 1945, when American forces fought to capture the German city from Nazi Germany during the closing days of World War II. 61 years later, Nuremberg became the battlefield once again, but this time, not with bullets, but with football boats. Heading into the round of 16 at the 2006 World Cup, Portugal and the Netherlands were first rivals. They shared little footballing history, no deep political tension, and no reason whatsoever to hate each other. It was expected to be a tactical showdown between two talented teams. Instead, it descended into complete madness. Just 2 minutes after kickoff, Dutch midfielder Van Bommel crashed into Cristiano Ronaldo from behind and received the game's first yellow card. 4 minutes later, Khalid Boularus drove his third into Ronaldo's thigh. Any another booking, the tone had been set. Football gave way to survivor. In the 23rd minute, amid the chaos, Portugal produced the brilliant moment of the game, which was going to be the tie decider between both parties. Polita controlled Deco's pass before laying it off to Maniche, who weaved through defenders and fired past Edwin Madasa to score what would become the only goal of the match. But the football quickly disappeared again. Fouls, elbows, reckless tackles, handballs, and heated confrontations took over. Before halftime, Portugal's Costina was sent off after picking up a second yellow for deliberately handing the ball. The second half was even worse. Ronaldo had already leaped off injured, but the tempers only escalated. Luis Figo appeared to beat Van Bommel. Boularus was sent off after a bony Figo. Deco followed after receiving the second yellow, reducing Portugal to 9 men. Giovanni Bambucos also saw red before the final whistle. When referee Valentin Avano finally blew the final whistle, he had issued 16 yellow cards, 4 red cards, a record that still stands today in FIFA World Cup history. Ironically, Avano already had a reputation for street officiating, having handed out countless cards at Euro 2004 and during World Cup qualifying. On this night, that strictness collided with two teams that refused to back down. Portugal headed on to the 1-0 lead and reached the quarterfinals, while Netherlands went home. Yet the result was almost all forgotten. The chaos, the reckless tackles, the confrontations, and the sheer intensity turned one football match into a piece of World Cup folklore. 2 decades later, the Battle of Nuremberg is remembered, not for beautiful football, but proving sometimes that the biggest battle isn't for trophy, but simply surviving for 90 minutes.